necessarily plan to be in this space unemployed. I have been unemployed now for May will be 2 years. Let's talk about it.
I like to be educated.
Girl! And I've been talking this whole time. What a mess, honey. Anyway, hey y'all. This is Kima coming to you all with another vlog. And I'm starting a This Is Me series. Girl, and I want you to know, I've been talking to y'all for the past, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And I'm looking like, why is the light? Like, what's happening? Why is the light? Be that as it may, honey. I'm starting a new life series. And this first one, I got to go back to my talking points. I was on the road having a good conversation with myself. They wasn't even recording. Anyway. Right. So I'm in a season where I am in between jobs. In between jobs because that is the current climate that we're in. Which has made me become the primary parent. More so than I was previously as a career woman. And child, let me tell you something. I am 43 good years old. I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old that are 16 months apart. So imagine, just, girl, listen. And while it's stressful at times to be the primary parent or the go-to parent, whatever the terminology is, I'm in a case in a space where I'm actively looking for employment because I want to go back to work, but I'm also trying to appreciate the reality that these times won't always exist. Child, I was watching Raising K's Melanie. Girl, I love you. I love the K family. Girl, I aspire to do or imitate, can't duplicate, imitate, or take some pointers from you on how you're able to run your house so efficiently. And understanding that you don't show everything on camera, but girl, you be doing the thing. You hear me? And I'm coming to your house to get some of this salad. The salad bar that you got. Anyway, she took her kids to the county fair on whenever this last, video that she posted. And she spoke on, like, as moms, we're tired. Naturally, we're tired because I know my kids, when they need something, they're sick, something is happening at school, whatever, dad is not the first choice. And so from that, you get fatigued. I know, I'm be tired. You hear me? And transitioning from a full-time career woman to an exclusive stay-at-home mom has been a process in itself. But per Melanie, I have to continue to strive to relish these moments because I know and understand that they're gonna fly by like that. And pretty soon, child, they ain't gonna want it to have nothing to do with mama, daddy, nothing. They're gonna have their own thing going on. And so, even though I'm folding these clothes, honey, and I'm looking at my husband's under. Why do we have holes? And normally I would throw them in the trash can, but I'm trying to stop. Just let him decide. But when they get too bad, I put them in the trash. Like, what are you holding on to these drawers for? Throw this stuff in the trash. Anyway. And so with that, a space where I'm actively looking for employment because by the grace of God, we've been able to sustain. It ain't been nobody but God. These have been some of the most trying and stressful almost 2 years or days, however you want to put it, that my husband and I have experienced to date. And so, in my mind, that's nobody but God that's sustaining us because it's not us. It's not us at all. Well, I can't speak for my husband. It ain't me. Yes, I can. It ain't nothing that we're doing that is sustaining us right now. That's nobody but God. With both of us being who we work for, and there have been gaps in income and all these different things. We could be homeless, we could be hungry, we could be We could be, I hate to say homeless, unhoused, or a person without a quote unquote home, that type thing, but we're not. And that's nobody but God. Because He has provided all of our needs and a lot of our wants in a season where sometimes we don't know how, or we haven't known how some of these bills are going to get paid. And so while I am actively looking for employment, I find myself putting pressure on, hey girl, you got to get a job, you got to get a job, you got to get a job. But also trying to find that medium or other space that says, hey, you got to try to take the positives from this season and relish them. Because right now you're getting invaluable time with your littles that you wouldn't ordinarily get if you were on somebody's job. And so trying to navigate the two and appreciate the reality that, hey, I'm being able to take care of my babies the way that I envisioned that I would, it's hard. I know that God has something bigger for me as a person and us as a family. Because there's no way that we have been through the things that we've experienced throughout the duration of the last few years at this point without something over the horizon, without that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, without that treasure at the end of without that sunshine at the end of a cloudy and rainy day. I just refuse to believe that. And so, like Melanie from the cave, girl, I love you. Girl, I'm just trying to be at peace and cherish the bright days. I was watching the Wall, I think it's called Against the Wall. It's Jess and Jonathan Wallace. And Jonathan said that as Christians, we have to have faith. Faith in the good and the bad. Praising God during the hard times and the good times. And he mentioned something about how as Christians, we want God to tell us everything up front. But then he asked, like, what's the point of faith if you don't believe in what God says he will do for you, even in the bad times? Because in the Bible, he did say that he will provide all of your needs. And in this season, he has provided all of our needs. That's the only way that I can express it. It's nothing that we've done. It's nothing that I've done. It's nothing that anybody has done. It ain't been nobody but God that has just put us in a position to where we are right now. What I am learning in this season is that I can't control everything. Girl, I'm one of those people who, while I'm a planner, I'm not a planner. Meaning that I plan stuff and eventually it'll get done. But a lot of times there's no timetable. I'm working on that. But yeah, I'm a planner, but I don't be in no rush to get things done. But I be wanting to know, like, hey, if this happens, this is what we're planning. We're planning for A. But if plan A don't go through, plan B is going to be X, Y, and Z. And in this season, girl, I have had to come to terms with the reality that I cannot control A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P all the time. It doesn't work like that. Girl, I was stressing myself out. You hear me? And looking crazy while doing it. No. And so, in this season of where we are and what God is doing, I'm just trying to stay the course. Stay the course and understand, believing that, hey man, He's going to provide. He's going to provide like He always been providing. And you just keep doing what He said. And girl, that's the other thing. In this season, I have heard Him say, Kim, you need to slow down. I have heard Him say, Kim, that's not what I told you to do. I have heard Him say, Kim, what you got going on? Is you cool? Because that's not what I told you to do. I just know that God has a bigger plan. For sure. I know He does. I just have to sit in this season and make the most of it. Make the best of it. For sure. Amen. But in the meantime and in between time, these toddlers been kicking my butt. You hear me? They just got off spring break. I'm just trying to understand, why does a 2 and a 3-year-old need a spring break? What are y'all breaking from when y'all only go to school half a day, every day? and got the nerve to be on, they about to be on summer vacation. What do you need a summer vacation for? What did you do that you needed a summer vacation? You didn't do nothing, man. I can say at this point that this reset was needed because at the rate that I was working and going initially, I was going to burn out sooner rather than later. Between the stress of working a full-time job remotely, mind you, and trying to manage a household. Because at 43, child, I really felt like, girl, I thought I had it all figured out. And before I had kids, in my mind I did. But let me tell you how God worked with these babies. Honey, He sent you these babies to ground you. Because that's what happened to me, for sure. You. No, I'm speaking to me. I can't control everything. And my littles have their own little personalities, honey, have their own little agendas. Will look at you square in your face and tell you what they want, what they need, what they're not about to do. And if you want to sit and battle with a person that's less than, no taller than 3 feet, that gets old real fast. And so it's just best to guide them the best you can and let them have their little personality and do whatever they go. Child, I changed the settings on this camera and it's beginning to get on my nerves. You understand me? So with that being said, listen, if you are in a season where you are unemployed or whatever you got going on that may have you feeling discouraged, girl, listen, you ain't by yourself. Because we all out here. I told somebody yesterday, honey, we just out here trying to function. That's all. That's really all I'm trying to do. And was that a rap on it? We just out here trying to function. I think I'm aging myself, but I digress. Anyway, if you are in the same season or a similar season as me, child, put in the comments, reset. Because, listen, honey, all we got is each other. That's another movie. Is that a rap? All we got is each other. Anyway, I digress. I will talk to y'all the next time. Thank y'all for watching and chatting with me while I fold up 5,762,382 pieces of clothes. Y'all have a good one. Hey, man, be blessed. Keep your head up, bro. Buckle up, buttercup. Is that how it goes? Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.